your reader on Cherry Street at on page 137. At the toy store. Betty and Nan ran up the street. Soon they met Dick and Tom. Dick's little pet dog, Buttons, was with the boys. "Come with us," said Nan. "We are going to look in the toy store window." "Okay, boys and girls, let's get our Lego out and play."
Welcome to BrickTrains, and I'm Joey. So what we have here is an educational set from Samsonite. This set came out in 1962. It had 3,250 pieces, and the only reason that I know that is because that's what Samsonite said in their brochure, in their paperwork. I'm not even going to try to get that on there. So according to this is a special number 7100 set containing 3,250 Lego bricks and other parts. Gives the dimensions. There's enough Lego system parts for large classes to use in group activities. Quickly dismantle. Start building new projects. So basically, this was saying you can get in, build your project, whatever your project was going to be, quickly dismantle it, put it back in the box, go to the next class. You got all this for the whopping price of $100. $100 list. Special price to schools and institutions, $75 shipping FOB Denver. So basically you were going to pay the shipping, but school could get it for $75. There is no part count. It does say 3,250 Lego bricks and other parts. Now, it's typically, everybody says that there is 11 HO vehicles in this set. 8 of them are VWs and the other are trucks. There is a picture that Gary I has, and he's showing some, I don't have the picture in front of me, he's showing some other the town stuff. So this would have been during the HO era, so it is not unreasonable to believe that was in there. I don't have an inventory that says that, and Lego did not put out an inventory to the best of my knowledge. I don't have all the paperwork that came with it. There were some student instructions that I would love to have. I don't have those. The papers that I have here are ads, basically for the Lego education. This system stuff that they were selling to schools, and I don't have originals of these. These are just printed off copies. I wish I had some originals of those. So before we crack this thing open, we'll set this over here. So what we do know is it was $75 if you bought it as a school. I guess $100 if you were going to buy it as an individual. The paperwork talks about using On Cherry Street, which is a reader. This is an old reader. The version I have, in fact, I had to get it off of eBay, but it has some classics in here like We Go to School, Fun at Home, On Cherry Street, Happy Days at the Farm, and this. Yeah, there's several revisions. This one is a 1961 version, so this book's a little bit older than this set, but it wouldn't be unexpected for a classroom to already maybe have these readers and get this. I'm guessing this must have been a pretty common book back then. So the kids would take these books and they would act out or build the stories. I don't know. It was kind of kind of unclear to me how the educational part of this worked. I do know there is an on Cherry Street in here, and that's kind of what they alluded to in here, was building schools and houses and other buildings based around Cherry Street. So enough of the yik-yakking about how you got it, what it was. Let's see it. Now, I have inventoried this one, and everything is in bags, so this is going to be, it is what it is. And there's some paperwork in here. We're going to go ahead and look at some of that paperwork. Like I said, it's been damaged because it's water. Nice Lego system logo on the inside. And as you can see, we have a whole bag of 2x4 white bricks. Another very large bag of 2x4 red bricks. A whole pile of paperwork. All this paperwork was in there. These books are the idea book. And they, as you can see, they're pretty heavily damaged. But it's the basic idea book that was out at the time. There, in mine, there's several copies of it. So I'll get this one put back in there. I have better copies of this book, but these are the ones that were in there. It also, in mine, came with several copies of the parts sheet. So this was the sheet that showed up in a lot of the parts boxes. Now, in one of the pictures of the paperwork that I had there a minute ago, it actually shows both these, the idea book and these sheets, and it shows getting quite a few of them. So what else did it come with? Well, all I can tell you is mine got a 106 2x3 red bricks. We got plates. We got yellow bricks, blue bricks, red bricks, 2x8s, 2x10s in yellow there. There's 2x10s in red. I can tell you most of these bricks are cellulose acetate, which would have been correct for that time frame. Now, as time goes on, I've been collecting the HO trucks. Supposedly there's 3 HO trucks in here, is what they say. So I have the 3 trucks that would have more than likely been in there. The fire truck, let's see if we can, I don't know if I can get that on the close-up. The fire truck, the tow truck. I know I got these all in bags, and it's going to make it difficult to see them. And the SO gas truck. We'll do video on the vehicles later. That's not really what this is particular one's about. I also have a very broken SO gas pump set. It's missing the lights, and the stickers are pretty rough. Not sure that's been supposed to be in there. I have seen a picture of this set that showed that in there. Here is one of the 8 VWs. Let's see, I'm trying to show this on the close-up camera. There is also a short VW and a long VW. I believe this is the shorter VW. I'm not sure if it's supposed to have the long ones or the short ones. Again, these pieces here, these vehicles, were pieces that I've put in there because it's kind of understood that these vehicles would have been in there. Also, there's an SO station sign, and I'm not going to get that. Oops, other way. There's no way I'm going to get that. There, maybe I got it. So that's the stuff that I've put in. All that stuff is sitting there. The rest of these bricks, um, all came in it. Here is 1x1 rounds, 1x1 squares, and then there's the thing. So there's 12 blue and yellow, 1x1, but then there's 34 white and 39 red. So there's no consistency in this set. 23, what is it? No, there's 24 white, 24 blue, and 24 red. So actually there is pretty good consistency there in the rounds. A little better than I thought. 51 yellow 1x2s and 21 red 1x2s. There's another bag of 50. So I don't know. It really seems like the part count was kind of all over the place, at least in this box. Here's 2 blue 2x4 bricks. 2. The whole thing. 2 blue. Compared to the however many, several hundred here of the super rare red 2x4 brick. What else do we have? We had trees. Now these were in there. Bushes, pine trees. Now, again, these were in there. Let's see if I can get this on close. If you could tell, these are painted. So that's a little bit of a different era or time frame for these trees compared to these. These are just the green ones. No painting on them. So it's a little strange. Also, these, I guess I was trying to see if these were, yeah, if it's just the brown that was painted on them. What else we got in here? Windows, all kinds of white windows, all kinds of red windows, crazy amounts of parts. And the smell, when I open this up, the smell is unique. It's not musty, which I was afraid. You know, it doesn't smell mildewy or musty or anything like that, but it's I think it's the CA bricks have really, that smell has kind of permeated the whole box. It's huge. It's an impressive set, 3,000 pieces. Nowadays you get sets like that quite often. I guess there's probably a dozen sets that are in that 3,000 category. But you ain't getting them for $75 nowadays, I guarantee you that. This was one that I was really happy to get. It's an unusual set. I like the unusual. I wish I knew better what was in, you know, what was really supposed to come in this. If the HO vehicles were in there. Knowing Samsonite, there's a real possibility that sometimes HO vehicles came in it, and sometimes they didn't. If they had it in stock, they would have put it in there. But at later down the road, if they didn't have it in stock, there's a possibility that it didn't have the Lego HO vehicles. In fact, towards the end, there was a little, I think it's in the case, we can't see it. There's a little car hauler, and the vehicles that are on there are not the Lego cars because Samsonite ran out of them. So, and I think I did a video on that, and I'll put a card up here somewhere linking to that video. So, 7,100. Every once in a while you see the boxes show up on eBay. They want a terrific amount of money for them. I'm not saying that they're not worth that amount of money. You know, in the $500 to $1,000 range is what I've seen the boxes. I've not seen many. What I have seen, you know, my hinge is loose back here. You can see it's kind of, in fact, picking it up and putting it down is, I do it very, very seldom, and I'm not a carpenter. I probably need to get that taken care of before those parts, the 3,000 parts, end up on the floor. But the ones I've seen, usually the handle's missing or the latch is missing. I do wish this one was in a little better shape, but really, honestly, it's not in terrible shape. But that's my 1962 educational set. This is all before DACTA, all the other educational stuff that they do. Now we do robots, right? So, thanks for watching.
Bad children. Comment contest. How many HO cars did Joey say was in set 7100? First correct answer in comments, and we will pin you to the top.